Hey, John Morton has been fired as OC from the Detroit Lions. And it's news that's bringing smiles up on people's faces right about now. One Pride, I know you are going to love this, so make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel. I'm Chicken Nugget King 313, sitting at 341 subscribers right about now, so make sure you drop your thoughts down below in the comment section as we go on. And knowing that John Morton had the play calling for 6 weeks, okay? 6 weeks. And it gotten predictable from week after week after week after week after week to the point that defenses knew who was going to get the ball out the backfield, who was going to get the ball out in the deep ball, or rather the slot, or rather, going through wide receiver 2 or wide receiver 3 or wide receiver 4. Everyone knows who's who that are going to get the ball as a defense. And, when that happens for you as an offense, that's when your offensive line lets your quarterback down. That's when your OC lets your whole offensive work down. And that's when this offense becomes weak. That's when this offense feels like it can't be strong and it can't lift. I mean, it was just awful all aboard for this team. And it was awful for Jared Goff. And Jared Goff did make great exceptional numbers, despite this offensive line falling flat on its own ass and, didn't do great despite that. But when you look at guys like Brian DeBoer, when you look at guys like Mike Shanahan or Kyle Shanahan or any other offensive guru out there, or Mike McDaniel rather, they're going to turn your offense up. They're going to find a way to bring back creativity. They're going to find a way to bring back the creative juices that will get the groove going, okay? That's what they're going to do when they're running an offense. They're not going to just go ahead and be stalemate and make an offense look weak and make an offense look like it's just, so bad and piss poor and, become a fucking dust, just a dust. You don't want to be a fucking dust going into the season. Hell, you don't even want to be a dumpster fire, okay? It's just straight up ass. It's boring when you're watching a horrible offense out there on the field. I mean, you cannot turn on the TV and say to yourself, oh, that's the offense that's going to take over the NFC North. Oh, this is the offense that's going to put Jared Goff in conversations of top 5 if they can't protect him right. They did not even protect the guy, at best, when we were 13 up against the Chicago Bears, the game. That game is where broken plays happen in week 18. And we can't allow that to happen next year because it's unacceptable. As an offense, it very much is. You got to get back into detail and fix some things right about now. And that's how I feel about this shit. I'm not going to sit back and say, hey, well, it felt so great to have John Morton as our OC. It was the best thing for us. We got to keep him. I don't want to keep him. I want him gone. I want him out of here. I want him kicked out, booted. Like a field goal kick from Jake Bates that can be 60 yards. I want him gone. I want him out of here. Kicked. Finito. Done. Toast. Whatever you want to name it and put in words. I want that guy gone, and I want a replacement that can come in and build within the talent that it has in this offense now. It's key player after key player after key player that loves to be creative and loves trick plays. And when you want to run trick plays after the first down, after the 1st and 5. You can work through David Montgomery. You can work through Jahmyr Gibbs by running the ball and giving them the selective carries of being 50-50. So that way there won't be no problems in having disgruntled players. It is going to be horrible to look at. And right about now, people have checked David Montgomery's, IG feed to see if he's, disgruntled or if he wants to stay or if he wants to go. I can't even make that call. But if he does leave, I wish him nothing but the best. I can't hate on David Montgomery's decision. But if David Montgomery stays, he's going to definitely flourish with a new OC. Jahmyr Gibbs is going to definitely, flourish with a new OC. And this offensive line is going to flourish with a new OC. And, even more if Frank Ragnow comes back and help the interior offensive line shine. That's what really, really matters at this point, man. As a Lions fan, all you can do is just sit back and say, look, we better cook up something that's heat, all right? And if we don't, it's a dumpster fire. It is an absolute damn dumpster fire if you let yourselves down again in 2026. And I don't care what the hell you say. I don't. Haters, doubters, whatever. I don't care what you say. This is going to be the bounce back year if this offensive line gets back to brass tacks and kick ass again. Now, over to this defense. Kelvin Shepherd, I love you, my good brother. It was your birthday a couple days ago, and I wish you nothing but the wellest happy birthday. But this was your first year. I'll definitely take it light on you. When you come in there as a DC, you do not, and I repeat, you do not run cover zero every single time. That's horrible when you're calling cover zero all the time. It's horrible. A QB with great IQ can read through that. A great QB can work through any kind of advantage going against a cover zero every single time. There's no need to make cover zero as a great thing to make stops. Run something else as a DC. Run something else as a DC right about now. And I believe in you. But if you don't and you fail your job, someone's going to step in. People are thinking about Raheem Morris, thinking about Brian Flores, because Brian Flores is a guy that likes to run the blitz. He likes to stop the run. He likes to get to the QB. He likes to outsmart QBs. Because in this game of being DC, you got to outsmart the QB. You got to outsmart the other OC that's on the other end of the sideline. That's what you have to do as DC. Wake up and smell the green grass. Wake up and play better. Be effective. Like what the hell are we doing here? Wake up and smell the green grass and do better. I'm cheering for you next year. It's your sophomore year at DC. But if you get fired and you're gone, that's Dan Campbell's call. He loves you. Loves you. And I love you. This team and the city loves you. Hell, the fan base does. But if you fail, which I don't want, then you fail and it is what it is. You got to pass over the play calling to somebody that wants to step in and contribute. It's like, it's like a backup point guard off a basketball team who is what? Maybe the 7th man, 8th man off the bench, willing to come in and contribute and put this team back on fire as a defense and make defensive plays and make heart and hustle become the more committed thing as a defense. That's how this looks right now. That's how this looks right now when you are going out there trying to put heart and hustle out there on that field. Make it feel like it's your basketball court. Make it feel like you're willing to protect the rim. Make it feel like that. And if you can't make it feel like that, there's no need to even pick up the play calling ever again. That's how I feel. That's how I honestly feel. But at the end of the day, give me your thoughts. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. And let me know what you think about Kelvin Shepherd. Let me know what you think about John Morton being fired. And let me know what you think about the 2026 season right about now. Because to me, I think we're going to win more than 8. I think we're going to win more than 9. Because I definitely see 12 or maybe 10 wins. That is just a decipher of my opinion. But go out there, like, share, subscribe to the channel. Holla back at your boy, Chicken Nugget King 313, sitting at 341 subscribers. And hey, Motor City, it's time to shine, man. We got this in motion, baby. And make sure you stay tuned for Lions Nation Unite and go get our gear right about now. Sweaters, hats, t-shirts, you name it, all Lions related. Even the content is Lions related. So make sure you go out there and subscribe to our channel right now at Lions Nation Unite. And go get our gear at lionsnationunite.com. You won't be disappointed. Yeah, home of One Pride. So yeah, you know what it is. Go out there, hit that subscribe button. Chicken Nugget King, One Pride, hit my theme music. Let's go.
From the team where the team's all grind, no luck. Wings on the ice, Tigers on the up. Lions roaring, Pistons never stuck. Detroit sports talk, we just don't give up. It's the Chicken Nugget King bringing you the scene. Hitting every stat like a switch so clean. From Joe Louis days to that Ford Field clean. 313 in the house, living the dream. Takes flying like a deep end zone throw. Barry ran the block, made defenders eat snow. From Comerica to LCA, it's all flow. Detroit's got a heartbeat in case you didn't know. It's the Chicken Nugget King bringing you the scene. Hitting every stat like a switch so clean. From Joe Louis days to that Ford Field clean. 313 in the house, living the dream. We scream for the sharp, electric, every night, every day. Changing the game, got no cliches. Detroit in our veins, that'll never fade away. Red and blue pride, Motown gets loud. Pistons in the mix till the fans go wild. Lines breaking curses, yeah, we stand proud. Chicken Nugget King repping that hometown crowd.